Today in cloud gaming news, we have Amazon Luna adding 4 new games to Luna Plus, new Prime titles announced, a possibility of people getting banned when it comes to playing Modern Warfare 3 on GFN. But to kick us off, we'll be talking about an update revolving around one of the most highly anticipated titles of all time. Rockstar Games has officially announced that a trailer for Grand Theft Auto 6 will be dropping Tuesday, December 5th at 9 AM Eastern Time. And while I know this doesn't necessarily correlate to the cloud, I do think this news is big enough that it needs to be discussed. Simply put, Grand Theft Auto is a cornerstone of gaming, and GTA 6 is a title that a lot of people have been waiting for quite some time. We've been without a new entry into the series since 2013, just think about that. And while there have been updates and re-releases of GTA 5, it's pretty impressive that the game still manages to show up on the top sellers chart month after month. But let's keep it real for a second. If you're a cloud-only gamer, the only question you have is, will GTA 6 somehow make its way to the cloud? Rockstar is a very interesting company, and the owners of it, Take-Two Interactive, have only had very interesting things to say about cloud gaming. Most of it not positive, but we have seen games like Red Dead Redemption 2 show up on Stadia with the right amount of money incentive. The very same could probably be said about GTA 5's inclusion in Xbox Cloud Gaming or PlayStation Plus. Regardless, I do think it's important to point out that times are changing. They're not the only company that's been negative about the cloud, but have recently changed their tune. We don't have to look very far to see the latest big release, Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3 on GeForce Now, be a huge step in the right direction. While there's little to no doubt that Microsoft's purchase of the company has played a huge role on getting that game onboarded, it's bringing a huge influx of new users to check out the service in place of Modern Warfare 3 via the cloud. And at the end of the day, the more users you have, the more incentive there is for companies to bring their games over. It can't be underestimated that GeForce Now has started to land some really big major titles in the recent months. And as more and more of these lands, more users will join on board, and we should expect to see even more big games arrive. Hopefully by the time GTA 6 arrives, it'll be cloud ready for us to play it anytime, anywhere. But now let's move on to an update regarding the Modern Warfare 3 ban situation on GeForce Now. Some users have started to report that their Call of Duty accounts are being banned for playing Call of Duty via GFN. Now I need to make it clear, this does seem to be a very small portion of the player base. After all, I played it myself pretty much all day yesterday and didn't run into any issues, but that sort of thing doesn't mean it's not happening. Luckily, while recording this, we got an update directly from Activision and GFN. It came via @COD Updates, which is in charge of all the official news coming directly from the Call of Duty game studios, and the tweet simply said, "An issue has been resolved in which players who access the game through cloud services received improper account enforcements. We have identified a small number of accounts impacted by this issue and are working to roll back unwarranted account enforcements." Real talk, I'm really happy to see that this communication happened as fast as it has. I just saw a tweet about this happening from Charlie Intel maybe a couple of hours ago, and now we're starting to see this sort of communication directly from the studios at COD. It's great to see that those studios and Nvidia are on top of this sort of thing, especially right now with so many people checking it out. After all, it only takes one bad experience for you to write something off sometimes, and this is something that really needed to be addressed. And since we're on the topic of COD, if you are looking for other players to play with on GFN, join our community Discord. I'm looking for more players, and I will be hosting a contest soon to win a Backbone 1. Be sure to let me know you're there to play COD, and the link to it is in the description below. Now before moving on to the newest games hitting Amazon Luna, I do want to put a reminder out there for Fortnite Chapter 5. In case you don't know, Fortnite OG is over and the new chapter is about to begin, and it all starts with a huge event starting tomorrow, Saturday, December 2nd. It's starting at 11 AM Pacific Time, 2 PM Eastern Time, but if you are playing through GFN or other cloud-based servers, I would suggest you log in a little bit earlier to just make sure you're in. Servers do tend to get a bit busier during these event times, and if you're on a free tier, there will be a queue. There may even be one for priority members as well. As for Chapter 5 and what it entails, well, as of right now, there's only leaks. And some of them are pretty crazy and out there. I've heard everything from a huge LEGO collaboration to a full-on racing game mode and a rhythm game mode, as well as this leaked battle pass that apparently features Peter Griffin and Solid Snake. And let's not forget that the event itself should have some sort of Eminem collaboration, which is pretty wild to say on its own. It should be a fun time though, so make sure you check it out if you're remotely interested, but for now, let's move on to Luna and the new games being added. Available on Luna Plus, we have Kataria Fables, a delightfully cute action-adventure RPG full of farming and crafting. Inertial Drift Twilight Rivals Edition, a 90s retro-future arcade racer with a unique twin-stick drift mechanic. Kunai, where you take control of Tabby, a killer robot infused with the soul of an ancient warrior after a traumatic event has shaken the balance of the world. And last but not least, Inside My Radio, where you journey as a green LED mysteriously trapped inside a dying boombox as you try and play the ultimate musical experience. Now, out of the bunch, I've only actually played Inertial Drift in the past, and I can recommend it, though I will state there is a bit of a steep learning curve. The twin stick drift mechanics do take quite a bit of time to get used to, but once you get the hang of things, it is an extremely satisfying mechanic. The game is hard though, make no mistake. Now, for those of you who have Prime, the Prime games were also announced, and that includes Strange Horticulture, Once Upon a Jester, Steel Assault, and Blood Rain Betrayal Fresh Bites. Now, I can't say I know much of these titles, but hey, if you're a Prime member, they're free to check out, so be sure to do so. While this was going to be the end of the video, I actually just saw some more news from the Luna camp, and it's coming from clouddosage.com. They just shadow dropped the role-playing game, Elix 2 on Amazon Luna Plus, and it continues the post-apocalyptic science fantasy setting of the original. In this title, you can expect real-time combat using swords, guns, and special abilities. In addition to this news, it was also reported by clouddosage.com that Chorus will be leaving the Luna Plus catalog December 2nd, and Yakuza Kiwame will also be leaving on the 21st. Not gonna lie, it's kind of disappointing to see two of the bigger titles leaving Luna, but the shadow drop of Elix 2 has me hopeful that maybe we'll see some more games arrive on Luna Plus this month. To keep it real with you all, I'm still feeling a bit iffy on Luna. I really wish I could feel more excitement for the platform, but I do want to know your thoughts. Do any of these new game additions excite you? Are you disappointed with some of the games leaving? Let me know down in the comment section below. Now, if you enjoyed this video or found it helpful at all, be sure to hit that like button as it really does help the channel out. And if you're wanting more content like this, be sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell as well.